Hello and welcome to the first TV rundown of 2015, the only TV news web series where the host has been criticised by his own mother for always wearing the same shirt.
Hi Mum.
This week in TV, some sort of horrible mix-up led the BBC to accidentally cancel In the Flesh. It's worth noting that we're just assuming this was a mistake, because no channel in their right mind would be stupid enough to cancel the BAFTA award-winning supernatural drama. What do you mean they meant to cancel it? Only room for one original drama in the BBC Three budget. Yeah, of course. Yeah, because that makes sense. Rather than backing the production they know is good, due to all the, critical praise and awards, instead the BBC would rather take a gamble on a completely unknown property. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for new talent and ideas, but you're supposed to clear out the stuff that isn't working to make room for new projects, not kill the content that's beloved. The next thing you're going to tell me is that Channel 4 cancelled Utopia for the same reason. You're kidding. This week, CBS decided to renew 3 of their scripted dramas in Madam Secretary, yay! NCSI New Orleans, and Scorpion. Really? This doesn't bode well for the struggling drama Stalker, which is left awkwardly stood on the field like the fat kid waiting to inevitably be picked last for the school football team, or in this case, not picked at all. And on that subject, the Teen Schlock and Superhero channel, sometimes known as the CW, let their renewal flag fly freely this week, renewing almost their entire schedule. This means that Jane the Virgin, Arrow, The Flash, Reign, The 100, Supernatural, The Vampire Diaries, and the originals will all be back next season. That's right, of their 9 original scripted series currently airing, the CW have renewed 8 of them, sending a fairly clear message to Heart of Dixie. Awkward. Maybe Heart of Dixie and Stalker can start some sort of support group for cancelled shows. Every cloud. And the renewals didn't stop there. This week, Fox renewed new dramas Gotham and Empire, along with Andy Samberg-led comedy Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Although, considering how Fox's shows have performed overall this year, it will surprise few. I mean, they have to renew something, right? But these renewals mean that Sleepy Hollow fans should be concerned that next year it might be awkwardly visiting the spare room at the local community centre on Tuesdays in order to share its feelings with Heart of Dixie and Stalker. In a highly unusual move, last week Amazon unordered The After, a new original series being developed by X-Files creator Chris Carter. Amazon originally ordered the show to series in March last year following strong viewer feedback to the pilot. The reasoning behind this sudden change of heart is currently unclear, but not to worry, I'm told we have a statement from Vice President of Amazon Studios, Roy Price. I'm sure this will clear the matter right up. We have decided not to move forward with The After. We would like to thank Chris Carter, the phenomenal cast, crew and producers for all their efforts. Alright, so that doesn't clear anything up at all. It's strange that Amazon have been so coy on the subject, releasing a statement that somehow contained less information than the story itself. It's entirely possible we will never know what happened to this once exciting project, but someone out there does know. In fact, you might even say, the truth is out there. I'll get my coat. And now, over to Dan in the Sincerity Corner.
Thanks, Dan. I really enjoyed the 2nd season of Peaky Blinders. Back to you, Dan.
What happened to the actual corner? What do you mean, budget cuts? In an attempt to curb any fears they might be running low on original ideas and material, last week the creative team of Fox's long-running animated comedy The Simpsons decided to dust off a script written 24 years ago by a 20-something Judd Apatow. You know, I was really going to run with this one make fun of the lack of innovation here, the obvious stench of desperation to squeeze, the last few drops of originality from the concept. It seemed like an easy target. Maybe make a joke about how next year they're just going to start remaking scripts from the first season in lieu of original material. But to be honest, that's just one of those sort of lazy inherited opinions. Because when you actually think about it, it's not really the creative team's fault now, is it? Because I've heard them in interviews. It's not like they've given up. They still seem to have genuine passion and love for the show. So where's this problem coming from? I mean, maybe the people bitching about the show's quality should try writing 563 scripts for a show, and see if the 564th script they write is just as original as the first. Maybe the problem here is that we keep watching. Maybe the problem here is that the show is so much a staple of American culture that people are too afraid to consider what America might look like without it, as ridiculous as that sounds. Or maybe it's just a 20-minute light-hearted animated comedy and everyone should just calm the fuck down and stop complaining about it using the same tone of voice they use when they complain about the Catholic Church hiding paedophiles. Because trust me, one's worse than the other. And on that note, that is everything for this edition. Do remember to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you again in 2 weeks for another edition of the TV Rundown. What? It was really good. They had hats and stuff.